Hello and welcome to episode 214 of Naija's Geeking Out, the Christmas special. Thank you for joining us on our 214th episode. Yes, guys.
What
and
is
as
that
you
we're
know, we have
doing?
a full house Christmas dance. We have a full house today, guys. The quartet is back. Red, ho ho ho. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Yes, it's that time of the year where we're all happy. So
Red, are you working?
yes,
Oh yeah.
I'm working. Yes,
Okay, cool. Today, how you doing, man? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I'm good. Enjoying the season. Red is going into his proper old man face with his Christmas hat and everything.
Today,
That boy is doing his old man dance. It's good.
today,
Yeah.
do you have gray in your beard?
the man is getting old. Leave him. It's saying, calling me old man.
Yeah. It's fashionable gray, please.
Today you said you want to join our Foxy gang. I was saying,
I'm still too small for that, I beg.
This guy is people.
We are stealing the look.
Wait until the white starts showing up in unmentionable places.
Abba.
You calm down. You sit down there.
Now, how are you doing, man?
I am fine. I'm trying to be the Grinch to Red's Santa Claus.
Okay,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be too difficult.
No, it's
Trying.
No, it's like don't say you're trying to be yourself today.
Exactly. Yeah, episode 214 of yourself. Okay, guys. Right. So today we've got comic books, we've got TV, and we've got trailers. It wasn't even last week. We dropped a special, didn't we? We dropped a special midweek. Our first reference to the Superman trailer. And since then, it's been what, maybe 4 or 5 days?
Yes.
The dust has settled.
Indeed.
Some of us have had a chance to rewatch, perhaps even maybe revise our scores.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes. Some up, some down.
Yeah.
Some people are using agidi. Agidi being the Yoruba word for stubbornness.
Stubborn head.
Yes, stubborn head. And they're saying, no, great. Anyway, I don't want to color anyone's perception, but yeah, so we saw this trailer. We all watched it together, which I'm glad.
Yes.
And I'm glad that we didn't get any feedback from anywhere. Not even ourselves, really, because it was like what you felt. You said it at that moment, at that point in time, what you loved, what you didn't love.
Yeah.
Have you clocked anything new in the trailer that you want to bring to light? Is there anything that any feelings, any different feelings, or any stronger feelings upon multiple watches on perhaps larger screens that you want to touch on today? Let me start with you, the Superman man.
Yes. I mean, since then, I'm sure we've all watched it over 100 times each.
No.
Since that time.
No.
Yeah. Yes, obviously. Like, there's some more Easter eggs you'll figure out when you start watching it frame by frame. Apparently the engineer, for one. There are scenes where the engineer in one of the frames with Luthor Cop, you see the engineer walking around there. So yeah. Then the Ultraman, we see more of him. I think he appears 2 more times.
Oh no, I only saw when the football field where he tackles.
He's the one who smashed the glass.
Yes, he's the one that smashed the glass.
He smashed out.
Yeah. Then even when Superman was smashing the glass, you get to see more of, like, there are reporters around him. He's been televised. Things like Then like the kaiju monster with the leg behind the Then we looked for your infamous flinch, where Superman is flinching from the can and his head.
We're gonna name that the Keck flinch.
Yes. Then also more of what's his name again? That was favorite Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner coming in. People are actually zooming into the ring to see exactly how it looks, if it's comic accurate, and exactly what is happening in that scene. Is it coming to arrest him? Because in that scene, Superman's entering Stark Industries and people are outside complaining. So what exactly is going on there? Is it stopping the crowd from getting in by locking it? So there's been multiple breakdowns online, and
Mhm.
apparently some people are actually crying over this particular trailer, which
I-
is
I've,
very
I've seen
weird.
that. I've seen
Yeah,
two. I've seen two people cry.
and
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I like the movie, but it's not up to tears yet. Yeah. So yeah, we've seen a lot more new reactions, but I think
And
my feeling from my first viewing is still largely the same. I'm not sure where it's going to. I'm not sure what the story is. I have some reservations, but I'm
mhm.
still optimistic about the movie
Okay.
as a whole. Yeah.
Let's maybe we can try tackling questions then. Some questions that I
Okay.
want to ask now, and something just
Yeah,
popped
go
in my head.
ahead.
We see them making out. We see, is it Clark? We see Clark and Lewis making out.
Yeah.
So she knows in this one. She finds out, or she already
See,
knows.
Gunn said that some people know, so I'm guessing she knows. I
Right, but
don't.
there could be the potential, and this is just me saying this. This is
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
There could be potential that they're going for the version in the comics where she's in love with Superman, but she doesn't know that Clark is Superman.
I think
I
so,
hope
but I don't
not.
think she's that stupid because I feel no, I that
Okay,
has always degraded
The
Lewis.
Lewis.
character, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
both in terms of integrity and in terms of intelligence.
Intellect, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think in order to elevate her, like a strong supporting character, I believe that she knows the dual identity. I just
Yeah,
Okay.
but does she know prior to the movie, or does she know in the
that's
movie?
that's what
Does
I
she
don't know.
find out in the movie? So
Yeah, that's what I don't
yeah.
know. She finds out in the movie, or she's always known because we jump into an already
Yeah, yeah.
Superman mature universe. They already
Yeah.
know of Superman in this one, so that's one I thought about. I wonder what this kaiju thing is
I really have no idea.
because
I,
it's so
so I,
fantastic.
yeah, so I have a feeling that we're gonna knowing Gun. Well, I don't even say that because I don't know Gun. I got a feeling that we're gonna see, and I think you used that phrase Kex already, like a day in the life of Superman, where he's facing various threats and how it's become almost humdrum
Mhm,
for him. And I
mhm.
say that because of one particular shot, the shot where he's with Lewis and he's taking his time and there's an attack in the background.
Yeah,
And
that seems weird. That seems weird.
The
sorry?
what?
This shot where he's putting on his boots, right? That shot in the
Yeah,
bedroom, one looks like a
It
bedroom.
doesn't feel like an attack. It's weird.
but
Because in that scene,
I actually think it's an attack, but
no.
it's been handled already by
So
others.
why I'm saying it doesn't feel like an attack, because
Okay.
in that same
Yeah. Did you freeze?
What did
Yes,
you say? Oh, okay.
he's trying,
No,
trying-
yes,
he's trying to hide the person in the background.
It's
Yeah.
weird. It's a weird. Red, what's your take on that whole sequence, for lack of a better word, where there's something
Blasting
shooting
someone.
out, blasting. I
What's
thought
creepy?
it was Brainiac. I don't know why I thought it was
I thought it was color purple, right?
I saw purple and green. So I was like, okay, is that kryptonite? And she hugs him like
Yeah.
Yeah.
be safe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like he's going to fight something that could hurt him. That's I don't know. Red.
It could be anything.
It could be anything. I don't know.
I mean, but to answer the question you were asking, Kicks,
Hmm.
I've also watched this multiple times since our
Mhm.
our special,
Yes.
and I've enjoyed it more and more.
Hmm.
I had one big reservation when I first originally watched it,
Mhm.
and I've kind of come to terms with my reservation, and I've now overcome that reservation. I've got my own canon on on.
Tell us. Do tell. I know what it is, but I want you to tell
Oh
me.
yeah, so I was talking about I did not like how
Of course.
Gargano looked, and
Yes.
and I had to feel, oh god, this is
I still don't.
yeah, they're gonna go for the butt of the joke version of Guy Gardner, and I was not very pleased.
Mhm.
But as I watch it more, and especially when I watched, I sit down and I've looked at his face, his demeanor, and the fact that he's coming to, I won't say protect, but anyway, protect, I guess, Superman from the abuse of the public, which is what it seems to be doing.
Is he coming to protect Superman, or is he coming to protect the public?
Well, I think Superman's just standing there, not doing anything. He
I
looks
agree,
down.
but I mean protect the public in like chastise Superman for something that went wrong.
No, when I say protect, I mean by the fact that he put kind of an extra barrier against the windows and the door. So, okay, so you guys don't come in. But he has this face on him. He has this face of like what's the word? You know, somebody who's been there, done it. A world weary. Oh God, almost like, oh, this guy's messed up.
I think that's your canon.
I respectfully.
I said it's my canon.
I want you to, yeah, of course.
I said that up front.
I'm guessing that was talking about what's his name? Yeah, because remember in that build, that's the Stag Industries building.
Yes,
where Superman comes into the place.
Yes.
Not Star Lab, Stag. Simon Stag. The sponsor of the because when Superman stands at the table, you see the what's it called? The monitor, you see Stag.
Even when you go to the building, you can see Stag by the side wall. So that whole thing is all Stag related. I know that Hawk it's the whole team that coming. It's not just Green Lantern.
Did you see anybody else?
Yeah, Hawk girl is there, and also Mr. Terrific. So basically, it's the whole Terrific team that come in.
I'm not sure what happens there. I'm thinking it's confronting them or something. We don't know. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah.
Okay. So because I've now coped, I've mentally coped with one thing that I didn't like about the trailer. So my liking for the trailer has now shut up. And to be honest, the more I watch it, the more I'm getting fused back from my childhood. And this is now nothing to do with it. I just feel hopeful. This seems like the kind of Superman I've always liked. Obviously, a lot of people like the Henry Cavill version of Superman. I've always been more of the whole Boy Scout, full of hope type. This seems, a touch wood, seems to be playing into that.
Yeah.
The more I watch the scene with the kid, which well enough, the first time I said that, I wasn't that enamored.
Which kid?
The Superman, blah 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 blah.
The flag with the
When I first watched it, I was kind of, I've seen this done so many times in the comics. But the more I watch it, the more my cynical side is getting killed off, and I'm now like enjoying it more and more. So yes, I've enjoyed it. I'm more positive now, even than I was personally.
Now, I want to touch on those two areas that you mentioned. The first Guy Gardner thing.
Okay.
I really, I love to, use Guy Gardner to needle you and Red and such. But I think this is a terrible Guy Gardner. I think the casting choice is really bad.
Oh wow!
I love Nathan Fillion, but I think the casting choice of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner is really bad. Guy Gardner is like, in my head, has always been like a space marine. So someone who is physically fit, almost like American footballer type, like he's strong, and I think making him that much older, because I mean Nathan Fillion is in his maybe 50s now, maybe like 51 or something.
I think so.
Very late 40s, yeah. And he's no offense. I do like this man a lot. I love him, but he's not physically fit. Like he's not optimally fit.
Let me cut in there quickly about now. Remember, Kyle Chandler is also going to be Al Jordan, and he's also very old. So, like, Green Lanterns in this universe have been around for a long time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Remember that the Green Lantern Corps has been around for a long time, but it doesn't mean that they are all the same sort of age.
No, so I'm saying that
I'm not saying someone who is in his 30s or 20s, but you could surely go for someone who is in his 40s, mid-range, but
I'm saying
a Frank Grillo type. I mean, sorry, Frank Grillo is even in his 50s.
Yeah, so
what I'm saying that what they are going for in this story is that these guys are already old. They've been doing this for a long time.
Oh, that's what they're going for.
Yes, like Chandler is old.
I think the main
it's not. It's the Green Lantern Corps has been around for a long time.
No, but I get what you're saying. I think even on Earth, they've been around. And Guy, old veterans. I think Alan Perry is going to be the
New one.
new one.
Who?
Aaron Perry or whatever his name is.
Oh, sorry.
John Stewart,
John Stewart. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's going to be the new one.
Yeah, but you can have someone who, okay.
Oh, so that tracks though. If
physical fitness of the guy doesn't match what we've said,
but
So you have the issue with Nathan's physicality.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel it's just the same way. If I genuinely, if it was someone old but or more like it, what's that guy named Joe Montagliano? What's his name? That's
Joe Mantegna.
Yeah, Joe Mantegna. Yeah, I mean that guy is obviously he's too big to play. This thing, but he's a fit guy. This Nathan Fillion choice is skewing on comedic, and I don't.
I think there would be an element of that, if I've been honest.
No. Even the hair.
I would say this for Nathan Fillion. He has gotten fit over the past few years. He has been playing the rookie, where he has been doing a lot more physicality there. So he has gotten a bit fitter than he was before. So I'm not sure how comedic it's going to be. One,
you know what? I can tell you how comedic it's going to be because when you look at somebody and you see that hair, know that
but
it's going to be
that hair is comic book accurate.
No, I
that's
can't stand that.
Because even the artist himself, Kevin Maguire, was like,
"Here's the problem.
This is my Guy Gardner."
See, that's the problem. Kevin Maguire saying that this is my Guy Gardner is my biggest problem.
That Guy Gardner was like a fuck up, a fool, a clown.
Yeah.
Guy Gardner was a worst Guy Gardner for me.
Yep. Officially.
Yeah, officially, that's the version of Guy Gardner I hate the most.
Yeah, I mean.
So
sorry.
Yeah, so my thing is, I don't like the Guy Gardner, but if what you guys are saying, which I completely missed, that the core has been around for a while, and then they're older veterans and know them, I can live with Guy being a bit portly and older, but I still don't like the look. It looked like a joke. I don't know. It looked all wrong to me.
Why does he have to be portly?
If it's old, I mean, you can't fight age.
No. Why can't you get a fit person to it's a superhero movie? I mean,
how? But how old is he?
Wait. Let's be clear. If you're a Green Lantern, technically you don't need to.
But again, it's like saying that because you're an old Batman. An old Superman.
Well, Batman did get portly in the old and when he got old.
I'm not sure how portly he is again.
It was white, yeah. It was white, yeah.
I'm not sure how portly he's looking in the. Yeah.
Let's watch the movie. I don't think it's going to be, in my own mind, a space marine like I expected it.
I agree with you. I don't.
He can be old. He can be in his 40s. I have no issues with that. But when we see, over the last few years, I don't want to say they've modernized his haircut. That it's almost like a crew cut, and he actually this actually looks nice. What
we saw in the trailer looked like a bowl. That looked like
it's a bowl cut.
It looked like Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
So let me give a theory in my head canon for this guy. This guy left Earth in his whatever in those days when the bowl cut was apparently cool to him, and he has not been back till now. So he is completely out of fashion, completely out of thought of what it's looking like. So there are ways you can make this thing work. And again, I don't see him as portly as you are taking it to be. And like that what I said, Green Lanterns, they don't need to be fit. Like the ring does all the job for them. So I've never seen Green Lantern as a
don't need to be fit because the bioelectric aura does everything.
I don't. It's like
what are we? No.
Superman doesn't need a six-pack.
Again, it's insane to me that I feel like there are lots of Shalaye being done for this thing, and I'll be honest.
I agree.
Frank, I agree with today. I didn't even think it was portly anyway.
Yeah,
I take your word for it because I didn't really notice that.
Okay,
but I don't want to comment because I didn't really look at. Maybe he's portly, but when I watched the trailer, that's not one thing that came to my mind at all. All I could see was the haircut. Okay. That was the only thing. Yeah. So
Okay.
Right. Is there something else you wanted to talk about?
There was something you talked about Guy Gardner, and then the boy in the
Oh,
thing.
yes.
I didn't like it at all.
Okay.
I didn't like it at all. At all. It felt contrived.
Why?
It felt contrived. It felt like he was. It felt too on the
On
head,
the nose.
on the nose. Sorry, on the nose. Like Superman, hope, come help us, Superman. He was praying. I was like, like
I'm going to skip talking about that part until I see the movie
So
because I don't like it.
no, because we've seen that trope a lot. It's a
it was
standard
too
comic.
much.
It's a standard comic book superhero movie where there's a war happening somewhere, Superman doesn't want to intervene, and there is a kid praying. Even in the recent Jenny Sparks book,
And
we still talked about it.
it always has to be. It always has to be a kid from with a certain look and a certain look of the world. I don't like it.
So yeah, it's been done so much.
I think the word I'm looking for, I thought it was clumsy. That's the word.
No, so I can't call it clumsy without seeing what was happening before and after.
That's my point. I felt the same way on my first viewing, like Keck says. But the more I watch it, then I think, hang on a minute, I don't know what the background here is. I don't know if something's been established beforehand. Because there's a flag. There's literally a flag there that he actually picks up.
Because the kid is probably the only one who's always believed and had hope. When everybody around him didn't have hope. I won't comment about this until I see the movie. I just don't like it.
I think it's crazy the amount of leeway that this guy gets. I've said it before. I think it's crazy. And this movie, let me explain that I wanted to love this trailer. And I was keen. And I want to love this movie. But the amount of let's see what it looks like first. I'm not
giving him leeway. I said I don't like it. So
I'm not going to comment on the backstory. That was like maybe he left the planet, he came back 20 years later, and this
I don't like what I see, and I'm just going to just
remember. No, I don't like.
We don't. I mean, we wouldn't give Craven or Morbius trailers, or we would be a bit more like this is. I didn't like that part. I didn't.
That's same level of latitude. No,
that same level of latitude. This is. I've watched it multiple times on bigger screens. I've seen that this thing is actually not. Okay, all right. No. I'm just saying.
But remember, for some of us, overall, we liked it anyway.
Yeah.
We're now finding more things to like as we're watching it.
Oh, I like
the two things I did not like originally. The more I watch it, the more you know what? Actually, don't let me be too down on the trailer because of those two bits. They might a story content. So yes, I'm fully. I won't lie to you. The more I watch it,
there's bias now. It's confirmation bias.
The more my bias is increasing.
No, but that's what a trailer is supposed to do. Now, let me give some context here about like we've had some trailers where I don't think we've had trailers that give this much information in the teaser without context of the overall story plot. Like we are seeing. Let me land. Like I'm comparing.
Today's about to tell us the trailer was so masterfully done.
No, I'm not going there. I'm comparing this to the original Man of Steel teaser trailer that dropped. Similar length and how little was shown there. Where we are left with a lot more questions of what exactly is going on. No big reveals, nothing. The same, like for this trailer, we are seeing a lot more elements, but they're completely out of context. We don't know what's happening. We are seeing a kaiju, we don't know what's happening. We are seeing a lot of scenes, a lot of people without knowing what is happening. This could have just been a trailer with the Superman and Crypto, the dog dragging in with music, Superman talking to Louis, and that's all. But we are seeing a lot of things, and this is apparently a jam-packed movie. So we are trying to explain individually what is going on here and how does this thing fit. That's why me and that liked the trailer. We are giving a lot more leeway to things that we have not seen. Whereas scenes that strike out against you, and I get it, that scene, the scene with the kid, it bothers me a bit, but I'm giving it a leeway because we literally do not know what is going on there. So yeah, so that's why it seems like that. But if you didn't like the trailer overall, there's a lot more things to pinpoint here that this is not clear, this is not clear, this is not clear. Or if you like it,
fair
it's
enough.
easier to say, okay, you know what, let it go. We are going to trust in and see what happens.
Let's see. Okay.
So,
There is one thing I wanted to mention, and that's Ultraman. So do we think this is a multiversal Ultraman, or do we think this is a clone? Because I think this is a clone. I think this is.
I
think
think
this is.
I've heard it's in universe, but it's a clone. That's what
Yeah,
I've heard.
yeah.
yeah.
I
I
think
think
it's
this
a
is
Stag
Lex
industry
Corp.
clone.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure if it's either Lexcorp or Stag, but I'm
Mm,
guessing it's Stag.
okay, I think it's
That might explain why he's upset. In that
Oh,
scene.
Luther.
No, so Superman's go to that stack place. What are you guys doing?
But here's the thing, right? When Superman went to that place,
Yes.
and again,
It was sad.
time, he was dusted up.
Yeah.
He even had like black on him. So that's came
It's
out wrong.
just fit. It's
Like,
just finished fighting. It's
the
just finished
kaiju.
fighting the kaiju. Yes.
Yes. I suspect he's just finished fighting the kaiju, and those were like scorch marks or something.
Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I.
So,
Do you think he's tracked that kaiju to stock?
I
Maybe.
suspect wherever it came from, he would be able to be like, yeah, but like that this is where this is coming from.
So it's either Stag or Lex.
Or Lex.
Or
I
the
don't know why I just think it's Luthor.
Or Lex sponsoring it.
Luthor thing.
Because I can see Lex.
It sounds like a Luthor thing.
Yeah.
It sounds very much like a Luthor thing, because even I'm like Superman, Ultraman, Ultra, like probably their own version of Superman, which they are saying, oh, this is a better version, Ultra.
Yeah.
Super.
Do you remember the comic book Lex Luthor Man of Steel by Brian Azzarello?
Yeah.
Where he tries to make his own version of a superpower, but it was a woman that time and everything. So what you just said reminds me of that, him trying to make his own superpower. And given that the engineer was seen in LexCorp, and I'm not sure what that relationship is going to be. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I do love Nicholas Holt's look very much.
Yeah, he's got very what I'll call the classic Luthor look.
I liked it.
No, he brought the Luthor look and the intensity.
Yeah. He's not Michael Rosenbaum, but he's good.
Right. We'll spend another half an hour.
All right. Okay. So revising scores or sticking with Red? You were 2.
Mine's revised 100%.
Wait, I'm giving the historical score. So Red, you were 2.8. That you were 3.3. Today was 3.5. I was 2.1. I'm going to revise it to 2.5. I was a bit harsh.
I'm sticking with my score.
You were vexing.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed.
Okay. So I'll stick with mine. My 3.5.
That one.
I'm going to 3.7 from 3.3.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay. So that was Superman trailer recap. Creature Commandos episode 4. What was it? Chasing weasels? Chasing squirrels?
Yes.
You had a theory a few weeks back. You want to touch on this? You want to talk about
Yeah. So when we started watching the Creature Commandos, I was like, it seems like this story is going to be a story of them trying to humanize the monsters and show us that the monsters are not the monsters. And I remember talking about when what's his name? Weasel was playing with in the garden of Pokolistan. It was like a pet. And Kesh was like, no, it was like a monster. And then this particular episode was about his backstory. And
which is still not a clear backstory.
Yeah, but it gives the most important part of.
Yeah.
We've always known Weasel as the person that killed 28 kids.
Yeah.
And the number keeps changing. So this gives what is this called? A clear explanation of what actually happened, context of what actually happened there. And I think, yes, I immediately decided this was going to be a Weasel backstory. I knew this was where this was going to go. That you can't make a Weasel backstory and having been the one to kill monsters to make people hate him a lot more than this thing. But this was James Gunn's most emotional, according to him, on Threads. This is the most emotional story.
Did they say why?
Yeah, because it was like, oh, people are crying, blah blah blah. This was a very difficult,
to be honest, To be honest, I was surprised that they killed kids. They
That's
killed kids.
the
The
kids.
kids
Yeah.
died.
Kids
Yeah,
died.
yeah.
They don't kill
I
kids and
was
do stuff. It's
No,
rare.
yeah, very
Like
rare. But
they burn.
what?
no,
Killing kids,
in
like,
Hollywood
the
there was
kid might have the kid
was
might have
unwritten.
cancer.
Yeah,
We just
But
forgot.
the kids will burn.
Have you forgotten Three Body
Adults.
Problem?
Oh yeah, that was yeah, that
yeah.
I'm like, they
no,
don't kill.
no, but it's
Generally,
not. It's a rule that they tend to
It's
kill.
generally.
Generally.
Generally,
So
yeah.
when you see it, you feel,
It
oh,
jars
It's a,
you.
oh,
it's a
you went
shock,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
animated form,
Yeah.
it's
So for context, for people who have not watched the episode, this episode focuses on his backstory as with there's also the deep story of what is going on currently. But the squirrel backstory is basically he found a bunch of kids who were playing in school, I think during the early days, and they feed him, he becomes he starts playing around with them. And an old farmer sees this, and like a rational person, he sees a monster busting the balloon and playing, jumping on kids, and he's scared. He calls the cops, he grabs his gun, and these kids, being stupid kids, while playing, they end up in the basement, playing with matches near gasoline, and they start a fire. And because they are stupid kids, they keep on playing around that area with this thing because it's not a big flame, but it's still a very dangerous thing. There are obviously tanks of fuel there. And then this guy comes in trying to rescue them and completely doesn't see what is actually going on. And as he gets there, he tries to shoot and kill Weasel because he didn't understand what's going on.
yeah.
And instead causes the explosion by shooting the four because he's also a very foolish person. Shooting gun in that kind of dangerous environment. Like, are you mad? Anyway, as it causes this explosion, most of the kids die, and then Weasel is trying to rescue the girl he's bonded close with because she's still barely alive. So he grabs her and tries to escape from the school, and then the cops come in, they see it, they misinterpret what is happening. They say an obvious monster trying to kill kids, and it leads to a shootout where he's struggling so hard to rescue it, but they arrest him and breaks fall and kill the little girl. This is the kind of scene that I'm surprised Cakes did not cry, but in this episode,
Again,
so
Wait, you
this is
found
where I'm going to.
you found that
This is
touching?
where I'm going to. Yeah, no. This is clearly written to be a tearjerker, and I want to confirm from Cakes because Cakes is the master tear is the master crier for us here.
Indeed, I do.
Did
I
it
do.
affect you?
100%. Did it what?
Did it affect you?
It didn't.
It didn't.
It
Yes.
didn't.
I suspect as much because it was, and maybe
It
because we
was
are jaded here. I
No,
no,
suspected
no,
as
no,
much.
It's
It,
not jaded. It didn't land.
no.
yeah.
I think part of the reason why it didn't affect me is because I really love the Weasel character. Absolutely, absolutely, with 100% every fiber of my being. I can't stand. I actually gone to Google whether this was created by James Gunn because I don't understand what your attachment to this character is. I don't know why you're trying to force this motherfucker on us. We hate him. Stop.
You hate him.
No. Okay. Red Weasel.
Yep.
Yeah or nay?
Nay.
That was yeah or nay Weasel.
I'm not true.
Okay. Today.
Neutral.
Okay. Well, in that case, you guys then we have 2 years and 2 neutral. So years win. He's a trash character because he brings nothing to the team. He's actually a danger to the squad. There's no reason why he's still alive. He's like an overgrown dog. He doesn't really follow instructions. He doesn't really understand. It's
It
stupid.
follows instructions.
No. I mean, can you tell Weasel that Weasel go over there, catch those guys? When you catch those guys, carry him, go to that place, use the guy's thumbprint to press that this thing. Has he shown that level of intellect?
The squad doesn't show that level of intellect. It's point and kill.
No.
It's
Okay,
a lot more useful than
no.
the original squad they went out with in Suicide Squad. Like,
No.
is it the tangible man with
No.
the tangible hands that is more useful than him?
Yeah,
His
he is.
job is Weasel, kill
Yeah,
those
he is.
monsters. He
Yeah,
will kill
he
those monsters for you. Yeah.
No, he's I don't want to get into this with you. But yeah, he's a stupid character, and I mean, James Gunn has done this before with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, a movie which I absolutely love. Love to bits.
He likes. What's the family? What's the class of those animals? What's the
anthropomorphic animals, or are you talking about like the first
Weasel,
Like
rodents?
Raccoon,
yeah,
rodents.
rodents, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
He has a thing for them. It looks like.
This episode, I just felt everyone was so half-fisted.
Yep.
I do not like the fact that they try to say he didn't kill people, so that he's in a way. Fine, you've gone that route, and even watching that episode, I felt nothing. Everyone was just contrived. I felt everybody was foolish.
I thought
the foolish.
I thought the idea of cops.
No, that's the thing. I'm not sure.
Shooting him, and then when he's shot, see that he's dragging a girl. The girl is under a beam of fire. They detain him.
And they don't go and save the girl.
And then they don't go and save the girl.
Okay, so here's why it didn't bother me. Because for me, from the cops' perspective, I thought they assumed the girl was dead.
No, the girl
was
just
from the cops' perspective. From the cops' perspective, because
she screamed.
It was still alive, and
she raised her hands and reached out.
And even if they did figure the death, you're supposed to go and check.
Yes.
To go and check.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I just find the whole thing foolish. I won't lie.
So
from the villagers to the cops.
No, the foolishness for the villager is him shooting the Fulton, going with the cops to the Fulton.
That villager is a foolish villager, but it is in character
for him. Yeah.
Well,
so it wasn't so like it's foolish. It's not just a trope, but like in keeping with the foolishness of that character, I found it. Let me put it this way: I found that foolishness plausible.
Yeah, that's what
for him. Yes,
for the villager, like for the cops, while they were shooting Weasel throughout, I found out possible up until the dead point where the girl screamed. So that is the scene that I had an issue with.
You would expect that they will call
that they would go out.
One will chase Weasel and the other will go rescue the girl.
No, remember when they got there, the building was already on fire. They didn't know what they were walking into. They didn't know they were walking into Weasel. So they were not even sure what was going on until they saw Weasel with this dragging this body by himself and running around, and they're trying to stop it. So
they shot Weasel a number of times. He drops the gun. Why are they now detaining him? Why didn't they just kill Weasel? Why detain what you think is a werewolf or a mad dog?
And save the girl.
And save the girl. Okay, even if you're shooting,
you are asking why the cops do not. That's my thing. Most things and this is premium Shalaye. I'm saying it before I go ahead. So
because I don't
what I'm about to say is that cops are not trained to kill, but they can arrest. They kill in self-defense and as last option.
They've already gotten.
Sorry.
Yes. Who are they trying to defend when they were
to our American friend?
Exactly. That's what I'm looking at you.
That concept.
I'm saying that
America don't understand that concept.
This is an American show. These are American cops.
No, that wasn't America, was it? It wasn't America.
It was America.
It was America. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
that guy.
So where's the village in America from?
That guy.
It's a rural area. It's one of those rural towns.
That guy is a southern redneck.
I assume it's somewhere in Europe.
No, it's a southern redneck. That guy
southern,
is southern redneck. No,
in Europe it will be completely unbelievable for that kind of thing.
Oh, so if this happened in America, it's very believable. Nobody has sense now. I can follow that.
You can follow that logic.
You're on video. You're being recorded. Though.
No, the cops. Your cops will open fire anyhow. I cannot. That's
you can't believe that part.
Just repeat it again. Nobody has sense in America. Say it again.
What I'm saying is, on paper, the story is supposed to work. Like, I'm sure in the writer's room, when they wrote the script down, the story works. Like, Weasel is a monster. We're going to show why he's not a monster, and at the end of the day, make you feel bad for him because it still bears the scars of what happened. That is what the act is supposed to be. And when you read the script like that, like when you take the script as a whole like that,
did you read the script?
No, I'm saying that when you look at what the script is saying,
okay,
it's supposed to work.
You can see the intent.
You could see the intent of what they are going for. It's hitting all the right notes. But for some reason, it didn't land.
It didn't hit any notes.
Yeah. It didn't hit any notes. No, it's like, see, forget the whether it's execution. I'm not like the idea of okay, it's a monster. He fell in love with these kids. These are his
So, okay,
family.
so let's say that with you. The very fact that they now wanted to walk back the whole idea that this witch has killed kids. First of all, I thought this is stupid.
They're not trying to.
Yeah. Well, they are walking back. In obviously, we've heard in the first film, this is what he did. Now, okay, they now didn't even do it in a way that. Because personally, if I was going to do this, let's say I wanted to do that, I wanted to say that it's all a misunderstanding. I was still having killed kids, but I would have had to do it in defense that those guys were kind of bullies trying to hurt some other kids, and doing that in defense. That's what I would have done.
They're trying to make him a good guy.
Yeah, but to me, it's too late for that.
Why? See, that's what. It's too late for you because you already assumed, like in your mind, this is a monster that kills kids. And now they're trying to get this is not a monster that kills kids.
And when they give me the scenario as to why they think all these police people think he did this, when I saw that now, it's moronic as well. So nothing like that at all for me. And I wish I hadn't done it.
Are we expected to humanize and like the creature commandos?
Yes, that's the whole point.
I like the bride. I won't lie. I like the bride.
Oh yeah.
I think she's the only one I really like at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like the creature, like Weasel is supposed to turn to the rocket raccoon of this particular show.
Yeah,
but just a less intelligent version of that is what they are going for. Is the team mascot, the golden retriever that kills people of the show. So when you take that in, when you have that in mind, like the aim is, and that's the whole point of the story. The thing you don't like about it is the whole point of the story, that they are trying to recontextualize this guy as a good guy, and they are trying to give you a scenario where they take you from is a monster that kills kids to
even the whole
is not.
This is another issue I had. Well enough, I didn't have that issue with James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I had that issue with
the first one.
Where these guys are villains. Let them be villains. Why?
That's what I'm asking. Are we supposed to humanize them?
But let them be that.
But that's the Suicide Squad. These guys are not supposed to be monsters. That's their old story. They're not the Suicide Squad, whether they're monsters. They are supposed to be good guys. But yeah.
But why can't a monster be a monster? For once, let the monster be a monster.
We have the incel monster already.
Dr. Phosphorus seems, hopefully they won't try to humanize him as well. But he seems to be a monster that's embraced his monstrous side. Well, so far,
yeah. The point is, I'm almost sure that the point is, humans are what's this thing called? It's not just about. It's not. It's not. It's that the monstrosity is not in how people look like. It's not in your first judgment.
It's what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the show. That your first judgment of the Weasel, and that's what they were trying to do, and that's why I'm surprised. Not surprised that it didn't land, and why Weasel's own fell flat completely. Because Weasel's example, I think, is the whole arc of the show.
Because it's a bad idea. Let's just call it that.
Badly executed.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't land.
Is there okay? Let me put the question this way to you guys. Is there a world where you can see a story being written that makes Weasel to be a good guy?
No. Why?
So your problem is with the idea, not the execution.
I want to watch.
I think there's a word. Okay. I think there's a word way. Yeah. To answer your question, I can see a good to do that. Yes. Okay, I don't think these guys haven't done it.
No, let's dial this back. Let's dial this back to things like the Dirty Dozen, where you go take these criminals and you need them to help. There's nowhere where I want to see somebody tell me, oh, they're in prison because they were innocent. They are bad. They own that they are bad. They're not making excuses, but this is the job we have to do.
So what you are describing is the Suicide Squad.
I will accept that, even for Creature Commandos. Yeah.
Creature Commandos is a completely different. They're not trying to say these are bad guys that they were forcing to do bad
things.
They're
monsters.
They are saying these are more people we take as monsters that are actually good.
Wait. Now you see what you just done. You say these are people we take as monsters.
Yes.
No, that's
you.
No, but that's the story.
No, so I see what you're saying.
They're monsters.
Where they're being arrested because they look like monsters. But technically, it also seems that almost every one of them had done something.
Yes.
Officially terrible.
Yes. They were not just taken out because of their looks.
The only one I'm not sure about is the
fish girl. Yeah. Oh, but there's still something about her because she's reluctant to show.
I don't know about her. But first of all, does something. Wizu, let's say they thought he has done something.
Yeah.
The bride.
Robot
killed other people.
Yeah. So
I mean, he killed Nazis, so it's not like
you'll be the one tomorrow and talk about due process and law if it's Superman.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Exactly. So
but
anyway, okay, just to be sure, I did like this episode. I won't lie. That's my one.
So yeah, okay, let's leave Wizu's story behind and move on to the main plot, which I thought was even worse than Wizu's story by far.
There's so many things happening in this episode.
The A plot, the one where they bring Cersei back to Belry.
Oh yeah.
And then Amanda Waller chooses of her own free will to allow her show her visions in her mind without any control or processing that. And then immediately after showing her visions in her mind, she decides to act immediately on those visions. Yeah, to go and kill the princess in the most...
This show is not good.
That was completely unfisted and terrible. And then when what's his name? Fangrillo says, "Oh, you shouldn't do this, blah blah blah. I'm against it." She allows him go away scot-free to obviously go and act against the invasion. And I'm like, yeah.
And my question: when Cersei was hacking or showing Amanda Waller the
future or
whatever. Frank Grillo or Flag was behind that mirror where the question, why was he pulling his gun from behind the glass? Why was he trying to unhold his gun from behind?
Habits.
Everybody there is foolish.
So there's a lot of foolish things happening, but that's his habits.
So if something was to go wrong, that window, if I understand how those question rooms are, that window is bulletproof, is crash proof, and is the one-sided mirror.
No. See, I don't know that I have to defend this particular scene because I think the entire scene as a whole is terrible. But in this particular moment, it's that instinct where you are afraid and you reach for your first this thing.
No,
it's
It's not different those people who draw guns and shoot Superman every single time.
Yeah,
it's not different. It's effective. You know it's effective,
because it's exactly
okay.
To me, the whole Amanda Waller opening her mind, and this really winds me up when. And there's a show that I watch a lot that sometimes, well, not a show, a sci-fi films, especially space films. But I really hate when you got somebody who travels to another planet. They walk out in this planet with their special on and go, "Oh, oxygen reads 20% oxygen. We can breathe the air," and instantly they take off the helmet. Okay, what about virus? What about virus? You know, they just do this thing. It's like the most moronic moves. And so Amanda also just taking no precaution, opening her mind to a known villainess / witch / mind controller.
Like, she didn't even send Economos to go and do it first. She went herself, knowing she can be fully compromised.
And then she brings McPherson after the fact.
Yeah.
To verify.
Oh.
So it's the most unfisted way to get them to the next part of the action. We need to send them back to go and kill this, and how can we get them back in 20 minutes? Let us make it. It's like it's so bad.
And then you have the other third act with Frankenstein and Flag again, who become best friends. And they're going to fly back also to go. No.
Yeah, because nobody's actually tracking Flag, a US general who chooses to. Yeah. It's bad.
Thank you. That's what I was waiting for you to say.
No, my own defense is like I like trying to understand the execution. I like what Gunn was trying to do with Wizu, and that's why I was asking Kex whether it worked for him or not. Because I know Kex is usually affected emotionally by things like this.
He's our cryometer.
What?
I think Kex is our cryometer.
Yeah, because It was like it didn't land for me. The old Weasel story, it didn't land for me. I saw what he was trying to do, but it didn't land for me. So I had to say, oh, did it actually land for other people?
It
Yeah,
didn't land.
apparently it didn't.
I thought it was ham-fisted, and I don't like the character, so it's very difficult. There's nothing. I I
Okay.
I dislike the character intensely, both from an aesthetic and a utility point of view. So it's difficult for me to find anything. So there might be people that like Weasel, I think it's cute and felt something, but I didn't, and I thought it was ham-fisted, given they only had maybe 20 minutes for the whole show.
Yeah. What is there any world where Weasel can be redeemed for you, Kex?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Like
Okay.
I said, like both from a functional point of view and aesthetics, I don't
Okay.
like
But
the character.
why would you need a Weasel redemption? Why don't we just go with the story that this was in prison and killed 27
No,
kids?
but
Why rewrite it?
that's the story he's trying to tell. I'm sure this is the story he had in mind from when he was in the Suicide Code as far back as back then. But yeah, we can move to rating.
You go. You go first. You're the softest on it.
Who?
Tunde.
I'll give it a
Yeah.
2.
Oh wow. Okay. If you give it a 2, then we might as well just close it because I don't think anyone of us is going to score it above you.
Yeah, I'm surprised you give it 2 because I thought you were going to go higher.
That's what I thought.
No.
Yeah.
Mine's 1.5.
Okay. Kex.
I'm stuck between a 1 and a 1.5. And the reason why I'm going to give this 1 point, I'm just thinking I can't really because I like David Alba's voice work on Frankenstein. I thought that there were some parts that were genuinely funny when he was like, "But you're handsome, why wouldn't she?" All that part. I thought it was funny. Let me put it that way. When him and Flag were chopping it up. You know what? I'll give it a 1.5. In reality, it's a 1, but let me give it a 1.5 so it's going to be like my own is too much.
Your own is actually too much, but it's okay.
Okay, no, I'm not. You're defending it. I'm not. I didn't even say anything.
It's fine.
I just.
I'll stick with the 1.5 also.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter because it's getting a season 2, right? Today there was an announcement.
Yeah. There's an announcement today for James Gunn that this is getting a season 2. My biggest problem with this is that I don't like the world building. I don't like that this is canon. I think that's my biggest problem with Creature Commandos. I hope it's canon in a way that I can ignore in every future thing to come, but I doubt that's the case because we're seeing Fangrillo in Peacemaker season 2 as a main supporting character.
As Flag.
Yeah, as Flag, yes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. We are seeing him there. We've seen, like in the initial teaser is there, and we know Superman is going to lead into Peacemaker season 2. That's one of the few things it's going to lead into. Yeah. So Creature Commandos is annoying me because of the world building, because of how foolish the world is. This is your
own selfishness now. You don't want us to have something against any holes to pick against your world, the DC world that they are building. And you cannot
because you can't start with. I don't mind a low stakes, completely out of the way TV show, but if you are using this TV show to set up the world, let the world we are setting at least make sense. Let the people like Amanda Waller, the Bell Reef prison system, let them make sense. Let them be intelligent. You can have all these characters be foolish, but you can't have a prison where Amanda Waller is in charge of, and someone is just with an helicopter spying on them, and the helicopter crashes, and they don't notice. You can't have Amanda Waller acting this foolish in the episode, and this is apparently going to be the same Amanda Waller we're going to see in the entire DC universe going forward. I'm like, yeah, that's my own problem with it here.
Can I suggest, if you guys ever get the chance to watch Harley Quinn, the DC's Harley Quinn, the animation, I think that was season 4 now. It is like laugh out loud funny. Like you'll be watching an episode and you like it's so good, and it's similar to this, but it is well written. It's very funny. It's very good. It's very, very. I'll actually want to. I'll quickly check the Rotten Tomatoes. This thing. That is what this species was. It's ultra violent. It's mature.
If only there were enough hours in the day.
I know you guys will watch it.
No, see, Checks, as you said this thing now, it just, I'm going to watch Harley Quinn. But as you said this thing, it reminds me of one of my first thoughts about this show, Creature Commandos, after watching this last episode. This feels like the first draft. This is the first draft of the show. It hasn't gone through any editing process. No other eye has looked at it and said and tightened up the script. Yeah, it hasn't been fixed in any way. Is James Gunn wrote this as a pet this thing to clear away writer's block, and then you know what? This is the show. Go and produce this like that.
Maybe nobody can edit James Gunn's work.
After episode 1, which was, I think it was episode 211 or 212 of this podcast, I said that this felt like something that James Gunn asked them if they have money left over from the project, and he gave them this, and he said, "Go and do this." It doesn't feel complete to me. It doesn't feel. You know, even in the beginning, there's a thing of him like there's an animation, like it seems raw. It seems raw.
The new DC universe is not up to a great start, and that's a shame. Yeah.
All right then. Let's move on to What If, which dropped yesterday. Season 3, the final season of the MCU's What If. Let's jump right in. There have been 2 episodes thus far. There's going to be 1 dropping each day. So that means by next week, I think we'll just wrap it all up. Episode 1 is the one with the mechas, right? So this, the premise of this loosely, right, is what's his name? Bruce Banner tries to extract the Hulk from himself.
The Gamma.
Extract the Gamma from himself. But something goes wrong, and instead he extracts a Gamma monster from himself, which is basically like a kaiju. So it grows. It looked like the Abomination at first, and then it grows bigger, and then it has it into kaiju size, and then it pops out other monsters.
Baby kaijus.
Baby kaijus, yeah, exactly. And then the Avengers have to create mech suits to fight the kaiju. Is essentially what happens. But I just need to ask a question. What happened to the original crew of Hawkeye, Scarlet
Witch? They died. They said
the Americans died.
Yeah. So the new crop of Avengers, where we have Sam Wilson, Photon, Shang-Chi, Moon Knight, Nakia. Who else did we have? I think that was it, right?
No, the Russian Red. What's his name? Red
Guardian. Red Guardian. Thank you, Red Guardian and his partner. Yes, they have one as well.
Bucky.
And Bucky. Thank you, and Bucky. So we have 7 kaiju and 7 mechs now, and so basically fighting mech suits versus kaiju. This is that's the premise of this one. Right?
It's Pacific Rim.
It's Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
that's all I could think of. That's all I could think of while watching it. As well, I was like, okay, this is even down to Pacific Rim 2, down to when they went to the Arctic or whatever.
Yes.
There were more kaiju coming out from God knows where, which I thought was weird. They almost should have been like a dimensional portal or something, rather than just this self-replicating. It looked like kaiju. That were thoughts on episode 1 of season 3. I know you said you thought it was strange.
Yes. Oh, did I say that?
I did.
Yeah, that's just I found it very strange. I just it seemed like a very odd choice. And when I saw it in the trailer, I thought, okay, this is gonna be a nod to Power Rangers, Voltron Force, which is fine. But then when I watched that episode, the whole Hawk subplot threw me for a loop. And I don't know why. I guess in a way, was the Hawk subplot there to create this enemy for them to fight, or was the Power Ranger there and then they tried to find a Marvel character? Did they have the idea of a Power Ranger type?
Yes.
Yes. First, and then they came up. Oh, let's find some way to fight.
Yes. No, I think that was
they watch Pacific Rim,
Yeah.
And they said, how can we make our Avengers characters fit this movie?
Yeah, so your answer is they had the idea of the mecha first.
Correct.
Yes, and then they said, okay, let's now who could be the kaiju side of it?
Yes.
So the whole thing about the Hawk and what was going on there, I found to make no sense to me whatsoever.
I didn't get it.
It made no sense, and I had no interest. Honestly, I even had no interest in it. And sometimes when you see a threat that seems too much,
yes,
your tactics to deal with that threat made no sense to me. This threat will win. There were thousands of them spawning. You got 5 mechas, and you're trying to pick the whole world. The whole thing was somehow to me. I would have actually preferred if they fought just one kaiju, Hawk kaiju, or something like that.
Yes.
So it was. I found it very strange, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So
I can't say much more.
It sounds weird. I like mechs versus mechs.
Yeah.
I don't like mech versus kaiju because in my head, like zombie scenarios, it's a scenario where the human race cannot really win.
Yeah.
Simply because of the scale of the adversary that they're up against. You know, I look at it as, okay, you're delaying the inevitable. Unless you leave this planet for them, inevitably you are going to have to go somewhere they can't live due to the hostility of the environment. Otherwise, like, I don't see how you can't. It will come to Tokyo, it will come to New York, wherever it is. You know that, okay, wherever it lands, millions are dying automatically. Even if you defeat that kaiju, tomorrow, literally, another one can come again. Or what if you now have to face 2 of these? So I don't. If it's like, oh, Russia has its own mechs, United States has its own mechs, and that's the new kind of warfare that we are facing, I'm all for it. I'm like, let's do it. This one, I liked some parts of it.
Okay.
I liked the relationship between Sam Wilson and Bruce Banner. So the whole on your left, them switching that to him, I was like, you know what? It reminded me that Anthony Mackie is actually a very charismatic guy, a really charismatic actor. I mean, forget what I know you guys don't like Sam Wilson, but I'm like, okay, he does as well.
I don't dislike him.
Sorry?
I don't dislike him.
I like Sam Wilson. I like
Anthony Mackie.
I like him as.
I like Anthony Mackie. I've never liked Sam Wilson.
Yes.
Is that annoying sidekick?
I like him as Cap. Weird.
I
like him as Cap. He has a lot more agency as Cap than as Falcon. But anywho,
yeah.
So I liked some parts. I like that relationship between him and it was voiced by the respective actors, so that was good as well. So I liked that. I liked the Photon character as well, Monica Rambeau's character. I liked.
I liked her. Yeah.
She told Bucky that, look, go and find this guy, despite this guy forming chairman that no, we don't need Bruce. But I was like, it's the fate of the world. Like, you don't need to be proud about it. So she was able to take charge even when, and I like the dynamic that they had. You almost felt respectful of each other. Look, you're capable, I'm capable. You know, as the animation, nice. I thought they could have done a lot more with some of the characters that they had. Well, just how much are you going to do in a story about mechs? Like, I thought Shang-Chi could have done with more. I thought Moon Knight, Spectre could have done with more as well.
Agreed.
You know, they were just put there for not fan service, but who should we put?
I think, and this also applies to the second episode. I think this season of What If seems to be focusing on the Phase 5 characters.
Okay, Phase 5. Sorry, I was thinking what you meant. Yeah.
Phase 5 / the sidekicks who are now leading.
Yeah, I you know, and then we had a whole Voltron moment as well where they all came together. It was recent cartoony because I'm like, how is someone who has not had any, you know, Bruce Banner hasn't had any.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, that was.
Don't think about it. Yeah. If you want to break that scene down, it's like, how did you guys are piloting this mech? You don't know your mechs can change form, but Bruce Banner knew, and he knew how to change your form with his software. to fit into this bigger
Which
machinery.
includes using the rings. Which includes
Yeah,
I beg, park.
I'm like, yeah,
It was,
just don't think about it at
But
all.
having said that, the same logic how we looked at Voltron back in those days, and it's how we should.
Yeah, but Voltron was designed and they knew
Also,
it came.
they knew it
Right?
was like that.
This one was like,
Even that,
he didn't help build it. Even if he did, there are still
Even if he did that,
contributions to be made. But I do have a
Yeah.
question. This spawned a question in my head, and I thought I would ask the group that. Like, if we're talking about,
I haven't talked to.
go for it.
Okay, well,
go on. No. This is
ask a question.
Slightly off topic.
Okay.
Red, go.
Let's just say I found it disappointing and deflating, and I really do hope that the rest of it is not going to go this way, because even the second one, I like that one. Yeah.
How am I the only one on the? Since when did I turn to the one defending shows like this now? Shows I don't like. What's going on?
Your stance is to defend what people don't like, and to hate on what people like.
No, because I don't like these things, but I'm still being forced in the position of defending them.
No,
because the way you guys hate them is worse.
No. The animation.
I don't hate it as much as hate it as much as you. So like, even though I don't like it,
maybe you're not you're not vested, right? So we take the disappointment. We take the disappointment more personal. It's more personal.
Because like immediately they showed the first episode, the first screen, and I thought, oh, these guys are going for Pacific Rim. All logic, all expectations flew off the window.
Even the what do you call the premium, or what's the word for the prime one? What they got the name for the
secret level,
the Apex.
Oh, okay.
Even all of that, even the Apex Hulk, it's I didn't like it.
I think watching this kind of made me realize when you're doing mecha nostalgia, I just realized it doesn't apply to me.
You never liked it in the first place.
I did. I liked for the one I liked more than anything else, and that was when I was a kid. Was the Ganto.
Yeah, Ganto. Yeah. The space robot. Yeah.
Yeah, but that never did the whole forming thing. Really, it was one big robot. The forming thing for me came later on with
Voltron.
There was two shows. There's one show that did it before Power Rangers. A cartoon. I can't remember.
Voltron.
And from Flaming Sword.
Yeah. Sword from Blazing Sword. That's Voltron.
Which I didn't mind back then as well. But watching this, I thought, okay, I see what you're doing. It's not moving me.
Okay. That's fair. It's not like it didn't move me, but I'm like, okay, you guys are doing a Pacific Rim in Avengers Form.
I am more of a Kaiju fan.
But you can do it better though. It's not the concept of the mecha or the Kaiju.
I didn't like.
Like, because this episode wasn't trying to make sense logically. It wasn't trying to be. It wasn't trying to be. Oh, how can we actually think of a way that makes Avengers become kaiju? It was just like, you know what? We're going to reskin the plot of.
Boy, you're talking as if we've not seen other episodes from even for a What If universe. As if we've not seen other things that made more sense, even from that universe.
That's my point. That this episode isn't trying to do that. Like, it's not trying to do a What If.
That's why it's a disappointment.
But is it really a disappointment if that's not the goal of the episode in the first place?
How do you know that's not the goal? This is you justifying the nonsense.
No, because if it was the goal, they would have done more to make it make sense. But here, they're just ignoring, because this episode is just ignoring.
No, they could have thought somebody looked at that stuff and like, yeah, this is good. They will like it.
No, see. Okay, let me try and put it this way. Like, if I'm doing a what if, there's a what if where I'm trying to extrapolate a change and say, okay, can I make this scenario make sense and fit into the existing canon? They didn't try to do that here at all. They just took the plot wholeheartedly from a completely different movie and change the names and metas to this. And they didn't do any thinking beyond that because the entire idea was it's not a standard what if where we are trying to see, oh, so this is what would happen to lead to this particular scenario.
So that's a problem.
Yeah.
So why are you surprised if you find that as problematic?
I'm saying that you don't like it, but I'm saying that it can't be a disappointment because they were not trying to do the first part.
So, you see that you cannot
where I'm going to
the person that is feeling
Imagine.
Let me put it like this. They didn't fail in doing the first part. They were doing the second thing entirely. That's what I'm going for. That is not as if it's a failure of the first one.
But we've had episodes like this before now. That had nothing to do with a decision was made this that split off. We've had where whole cloth is totally different.
But
universe.
yeah.
So, anyway,
they've not copied movies like this before completely. I think this is because they also copied Death Race for another episode.
We've had Blade Runner now. We've had Blade Runner.
Yeah.
We've had Blade Runner.
They've done better. Don't excuse them.
I think overall, I just think it was. I think it was just meh.
Yeah.
For me personally,
I didn't like it.
Yeah, they hyped the expectations that came in based on the trailer. It was disappointing for me. The animation is good. The colors are bright and still sharp. The voice work is top notch. But
sorry, I know. I just didn't like choice.
Yeah,
story. I didn't like the design of the Apex being.
Okay. Okay.
I wanted to ask a question. So, and it's I'm trying to assign specialties to each one of the Marvel geniuses that we know, at least that the scientists, right? So, because the reason why I'm asking this is okay, I can understand Tony Stark saying this is a software. If you plug it in, it will do this, because that's his thing. So he does software and he does hardware, right? So, but when someone who I assumed is like gamma specialist and maybe bio and
it's super intelligent.
It's not about Age of Ultron. They helped build Ultron.
Yeah.
It was the one Tony called to help him fix it. So Marvel intelligence is everything. It's not specialized. As MCU intelligence is everything. There's no specialization there. But it's the same way you give what's this thing called? What's this girl in Wakanda?
Shuri.
You give her Hulk to fix and she will fix him.
Yeah. But then give us some credit. Software does not translate into hardware. It does not.
But I'm saying that
this is MCU. MCU. It's been established like it's not the same Tony that doesn't know anything about time travel that fixed time travel. Without when his specialty is weapons. It doesn't. There's no. I'm specialized in this. This is my specialty in MCU.
Okay. Fair enough. No, I just thought about
which I don't like. If I'm being honest,
I don't like. We don't like it.
Because conventionally we know that this guy is Hank Pym is this and this. Yeah, they'll have two. But to be able to run the whole gamut is a bit odd. But okay. So what do we want to rate episode 1? Red.
Okay, I'll just give it a 2.2.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's very fair. Today,
I'll give it a 2.2 as well.
Okay. That one.
It's yeah.
I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 2.
Okay. Okay.
I think 40% is fair. Yeah. I mean, we're all basically meh about it, which is
yeah. Here's the thing I'll say about it though. It does what they want it to do. I don't think it's a failure of execution. It's a failure of I just don't like it.
Keep saying this.
Yeah.
This is your new angle. I see this how you'll be arguing in 2025.
No, see.
No, when we see shit, they was like, yeah, even though you didn't like it, but this is what they wanted. Yeah.
No, this is the same argument I make for things like
my
adventures with Superman.
This is what you just did for Commandos just now.
But this is like I'm trying to be more. I'm trying to have more perspective on my hits.
No, but sometimes even what they wanted to do could be a stupid thing.
Yes.
What they want to like? Okay.
No, they could. There are things such as bad ideas that this is what they wanted to do, but it's just a bad idea.
Yes.
That's why I disagree. I don't think they're bad ideas. I don't think they're bad
Okay.
ideas. I don't think they're bad.
I
They're
will,
bad executions.
I will quote you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No bad ideas. We'll quote you.
Just bad executions. Yeah.
I will will
Okay.
remind you. Marvel is coming up with with Fantastic Four soon.
You are going to walk this one back.
Leave it.
I can tell you that.
Okay.
But okay, second episode. The second episode focuses on Agatha.
Yeah.
And
You're not going to take that one. Is his girlfriend?
Yeah. Let that one take it.
Okay, episode 2, that one. Yeah.
So this episode, in a way, is slightly, I would say it's a whole story, full cloth again, but this has more links to established law in MCU than the previous one did. But so basically, what we have here is Agatha Harkness is in this film, in this episode, and in a way, she's still doing what she was doing before, acquiring power from various powerful beings, but in here, she's taking a step forward. We've learned, and I'll tell you about the background in a minute, but we learned that she's also been taking powers from Eternals added to her power set. And she's learned. Okay, no, I'll leave that for a bit. In this show, in this universe, she's an actress.
Mm-hmm.
She's realized that the power to convince people to put on a big display, all that the power is in Hollywood. So she decided to conquer Hollywood as being the top star and use that as a platform to acquire fame, popularity, and use that to then get to what she wants, which is the same thing always, actual real power beyond just being a star. Mm-hmm. So this show opens up almost like you first opens up on a plot that you initially think that's the actual plot, and then you realize that they're shooting a movie.
Yes.
But what Agatha is doing is she's shooting this film, but that film is actually a spell in a way. So she's got all her rules written down and everything like that, but the spell's not working. What's she trying to do? Do we all remember Tiamat from the Eternals movie?
Yep.
Yeah. So she's come to realize this being exists in the core of Earth, and obviously it's a celestial, celestial. So our aim is to take the power of Tiamat. This is our aim.
Yeah.
So she tries to attempt it. It fails, and she realizes that she needs. There's still one Eternal left alive.
Yes.
Who happens to be? Because remember, this whole film, this whole episode is set about Hollywood, acting. Yeah. So obviously, the one Eternal who's an actor, Kingo. So when she finds out, I need to get this last human. Now the producer of her film is Howard Stark. So in this universe, he's a big shot Hollywood producer type.
But still a genius, right?
Oh, still a genius. Well, he's a genius. He's still, you can see. I think he's still got some weapon.
Yeah, weapons.
Stuff. Yeah. And he goes, "Yes, I need Kingo." Now, again, this is also a strange episode because I applaud them for sticking to their motive, the motive of Hollywood.
Yeah,
there's a big, massive musical number in the middle of this.
I loved it.
It's a massive musical number.
I loved it.
It's Bollywood versus Hollywood.
Yes.
They're throwing the marbles there.
Yeah. Kingo comes in, he joins, so he comes with the whole Bollywood.
Yeah.
So that all comes in, and Agatha's doing the whole standard old school. What are those ladies?
Tap dancing.
Tap dancing, starlet type.
Star-studded, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then the music number turns into a real battle.
Almost a battle, yes.
But still almost choreographed.
Yes. Yeah.
So Howard's going crazy thinking, this is a great scene.
Yeah.
But these guys are trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it. I'm thinking, this is strange, but I'm enjoying it. It's a really weird episode, if I'm being honest.
Yes, yes.
And in the end, Agatha wins.
Yes.
To summarize, she gets what she wants. She's able to reach into Tiamat, sucks the power out.
Yeah.
So she's got celestial level power.
Yes. Yes.
In the meantime, I don't remember how.
Kingo agreed with to give his powers to Agatha to get a part in Hollywood, to get a good role.
Yes.
And Arisham knew immediately.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was elected. Was he elected? But was he just elected?
Oh, Kingo is a robot, right? So probably watching them. Yeah. So immediately gave. So he knew. Said, "You think I'm watching you?" So
I never guess all this power, and then at the same time, Arisha arrives literally as she gets all the celestial level power.
Yeah.
Battle excuse again. I got annoyed initially when they started punching each other. I said, "Okay, you're celestial."
Yeah.
You're celestials now. Yeah. But then Agatha wins, and she sucks in Arisham's power.
Yes.
And Agatha being Agatha, she gets all maniacal and God, you guys are in for it. You're dead. And then Kingo kind of talks her down.
Yes.
My was part of any trope, with the come to Jesus moment. I hit that.
In a way, I always kind of guessed that's what was going to happen.
Talk somebody down in like 2 seconds. Yeah.
And talk it down. In a way, the episode, and I'll put the caveat, the end almost ends in a happy note, i.e., Tiamat is now being stopped. Aisha has been stopped. Agatha herself has to be stopped from going crazy.
Earth is safe.
Earth is safe.
She's returned. She's returned. Wait, so when she released the Eternal Ship in prison, has she given them back their powers?
We assume she has. She has.
I guess so. She's got more parts to spare, so why wouldn't she?
Okay.
And the Watcher even announces, "Oh, for once we have a nice happy ending." Ha 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 ha. And then in the background, we see the rest of the Celestials arrive, and that's where it ends. This is in my view, is a real oddball episode.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. And that's what I was doing. I've said to myself, why are you enjoying? Should you be enjoying this? It's not
that you like
Agatha.
You like musicals.
I like Kingo.
I like musicals.
The music was done, and even the fact that they didn't shy away from the stereotypical racial dance types. And then how that was over the top with his obliviousness, which then turned out to be not being oblivious. So in a way, it works, and I enjoyed it. But it's still weird. It's a weird episode. If somebody said to me they hate this episode, I would have no qualms, and I would not even argue with that person. And I'm sure I can say it's an episode that will divide people.
I hated it.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
No,
what did you hate it?
Go.
Number one, even if you remember the Marvels, I hate the whole singing number. The whole Agatha come to Jesus moment. You can't go maniacal crazy and someone just say, "Oh, I know what she wants," and then just give her that talk, that 2 sentences, and then they just stand down like that. Somebody that wants no. I think there has to be a lot more to make people stand down and just change their mind on a path you've been setting your life to do. Then someone now comes to you, "I really know what you want. What you want to do is for people to see you," and I'm like, okay, and I got that. Nah, it doesn't work for me. I'm sorry.
It has never worked for you, yeah.
It has never worked for me. I try to think if I'm a bad guy and I'm bent on doing something.
Yes.
It will take more than you to just go like, "Oh, but look at your kids now. But they're going to suffer." So you think I didn't think about them before I started this whole thing? Or didn't think I don't. So I hate when it's used. It's not that I don't believe people can be talked down, but it's the quickness with which It just happens. Yeah, I mean that's me.
This is like.
Go ahead, Kex.
It happened in episode 1 to where what's his name? Sam is talking down the apex after he defeats.
No, but that I can understand. That is Hulk. There's still some humanity in there. So that I can see. That is not Hulk did not set out to be world conquering and wiping out humans. So I can see Sam talking him down. That I get. But,
Okay. I'm not going to launch to a long defense of this. So
you've not seen it, right?
No.
Well, you've not seen it, right?
I'm not saying it, but it's the trope I'm talking about, like talking people down and people changing their minds. Like, I don't want to launch into a long defense of this because I find that trope ridiculous at times.
Because I didn't mind. I didn't mind this one, and I am being very generous with me not minding it. But I knew, okay, they stuck to the theme of what an actor means. And in the talk down, and there's something that from the very beginning that these two people are all about acting. Well, she was acting to get to what she wanted. We knows always been lost, been acting and been in the acting game. So I give it a pass. I understand throughout.
I think I'm the same. I gave it a pass because of the way they brought the whole acting thing into it when Kingo was talking to her. All in all, I really enjoyed this episode, and I started not liking it because once I saw it was Agatha, I was like, ugh. And she was doing the whole voice thing. I don't like
even with the mouth. They got it with
they got the mouth as well.
Yeah.
The effects. I'm like, I don't like this. But once Kingo came in, somehow the guy just won me over. And the dance number, like that was said, very elaborate. Maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And it turns into a dance battle. And it's like Bollywood versus like 1940s Hollywood. They were going back and forth. And I was like, this is brilliant. The only thing that marred it for me was what seemed to be Howard Stark's obliviousness. Like you said, I'm like, does this guy people are shooting beams and
was he oblivious? Because
it wasn't.
Because when Kingo came with the spaceship, he wasn't shocked.
It wasn't oblivious. But
later.
Yeah. Up to that point, we didn't know that.
Yeah, up to that point.
You thought, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was just like, he just thought they were regular people.
Yeah,
but it was later when it becomes clear that, he's always known that she was a witch. And he was like, I didn't know you were an alien. And she's like, I'm not the alien. He's the alien.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he was cool with it and he said, look, I'm a genius. I'm the smartest person on the planet. So I was like, okay, now I can swallow it a little bit more. Again, Kamal Nanjiani's voice as Kingo, very, very good. I did find it odd because my understanding was, and this might be wrong, I haven't seen her absorb anyone apart from witches, but I thought she just absorbs witches' energies. But I didn't know that she could do it to Eternals and take their powers
and not die.
It's actually able to use like Makara's speed and Thena's shield and energy construct. So I was like, okay.
She used all those, yes.
Yeah, she did. And I was like, okay, I didn't know she could actually wield other forms of power. I thought, okay, it was just turn it into witchcraft's mumbo jumbo. So that was interesting to see. And she didn't irritate me after a while because I was like, okay, it kind of worked. And when she became a celestial, I was like, okay, this is cool. It looks nice.
I like the design of her.
Again, the animation is cool.
And even when Arisham was traveling to Earth, like through like what looked like a wormhole or something, I was like, okay, this guy's going to fuck shit up.
Like tunneling towards Earth.
Tunneling towards it, exactly. I liked it. I like this episode, and I like the way it's like the end ? Because there are still other Celestials out there who have most likely heard, and they're like, so it's on now. So I expect this is going to continue in another episode this season. Maybe.
Do you think this is the overarching threat?
There's always one, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this
It
is
didn't
it.
occur to me. But this
I
is
was thinking, is this it? Because normally it's reviewed at the end. Generally, it's not reviewed like the last episode or two. What's the overarching thread?
Yeah.
Because this is the second episode. Thinking, is that it or
You
not?
think Agatha?
The
No.
Celestials.
Celestials.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see.
I think so.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a preview we saw with Avengers on the Moon, right? With the A up on the moon. So I think it's going to be global. Yeah. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
I can't remember the other ones. There was a cowboy one with Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
And his sister.
There is the Bucky and Red Guardian team up.
There's a Bucky and Red Guardian one.
There's Storm. There's Storm.
There's the Storm one.
And then we saw the mechas going like headed towards the moon or something, and they were like an A.
Guy, I don't remember that.
You can't remember that?
I don't remember that. I don't.
Did I imagine that?
No, you might be right.
What did you say, Red?
There was some like we saw Avengers on the moon or something like that with the A.
Like the A, like Avengers World. I didn't occur to me.
Might be. I can't remember.
Yeah. Is this the season with the Death Race one, or was that last season?
Last season.
Last season. Oh, okay.
One thing I like also, in the opening monologue, when they opened this episode, when we thought this was the show, but it was a film in the show.
It was, yeah.
They talked about the birth of the universe, and this is after six singularities. That is literally from the comics, and I like that idea. The fact that currently in the comic we are on the seventh. The universe, the universe is the seventh iteration of the universes.
Okay.
And I mean, this is a throwaway to the comic nod.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, they're keeping track, and they said that.
Okay. Anything else on this episode?
No, it's not. I want to say it's not a serious episode. It's not a serious episode. It's a weird episode. You either love it or hate it. I guess. You know.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to rate it then?
The more I think about it, the higher my score is going. I'm gonna stop now. I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay. Red, you want to go, and then I'll go.
I'll give it a 2.4.
Okay. I think I'm gonna give this a 3 points. Something like a 3.5. And it's based on my enjoyment on it.
Okay.
Yeah, not necessarily as the storytelling or the quality of my
it's one of these episodes that
for myself. Yeah.
People say, I hate it, and I wouldn't even be arguing.
Yeah.
I say, okay, fine.
Okay.
It's a strange story because my mind or my expectation of these what if stories are something happens that changes the timeline or skewers the world that as we know it.
That's what it was.
Rather than you are just reskinning a concept that you had without any backstory as to how we got here. And I'm like, okay, how did this happen? Like, so I enjoyed this. Okay. Right. Okay, so that's TV. Do we want to talk about the power fantasy, or do we want to hold off? What guys? What are your thoughts?
It's already 7. I think we should hold on.
Yeah, I think we should hold off next week.
Okay.
I want to do this book justice.
Okay.
It deserves a full episode of it.
Yeah.
Or at least more time to talk about.
Yeah. If you guys want to look at the Avenger, the what if trailer, go to 1 minute. 1 minute with the what is season 3 trailer. 1 minute 28.
I think I'm gonna do that.
1 minute 28 seconds. So when Photon was flying and what's her name?
Yeah.
Dodora, or what's her name? Okoye was
Nakia.
firing. Then was it Nakia? No, was it Nakia?
It was Nakia in this one. No, it was Nakia. Yeah.
Okay. And then I don't know if it was the moon. There was this big Avenger blue stuff that exploded like in the sky.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check that.
You guys remember it? Yeah.
No, 128. I'm gonna look for it.
128, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's been episode 214 of Naija's Geeking. Thank you guys. Remember to rate, like, subscribe. Again, Merry Christmas. On Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Why is backward
Red.
dancing? I don't understand.
Well,
Like,
That's
wow, okay.
he's the Grinch. He's probably stolen someone's gifts.
All the gifts.
He's stolen all the gifts.
What's that? All the business are mine. All the gifts.
Red.
Well, yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, so happy and Merry Christmas to everyone. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Today.
Okay. Bye, guys. See you next week. And last week will be the last episode for the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, so people making us work Christmas week.
Yeah, without pay.
Without
Slave
pay.
drivers. Okay, guys. See you next week.
No vacation.
Okay, guys, for listening, and remember, every day you got an episode of What If dropping. So keep up with that, and we'll see you later.
Bye.